everybody with me on that same thing. I don't gang bang, but I bang bang. I pulled her to the club, I got on 8 chain. Took that bit of wings and things, she wanna be my man. Brown liquor made my dog insane.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Yvette, and I am back with another video. Today is Thursday. I want to say it's August 8th. So I just got home, and as you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted on my story, send me some questions, and I'm going to answer them, and I'm going to keep everybody anonymous. I don't want to share, you know, who sent me the questions or stuff like that, whatever. So I'm going to be looking at this phone so that way I can answer your questions. And before we get started, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. All the stuff y'all know y'all supposed to be doing. Hit the bell so that way y'all know like when I'm posting. Later on tonight, I'm going to be driving to Orlando to pick up Malia from the airport. So she will be here soon. My best bud. So stay tuned for all the upcoming videos and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first question that I have is, what is my favorite food? My favorite food, if you know me, like if you know me, then you know that my favorite food is seafoods. I love shrimp, crabs, blue crabs, more than I do snow crabs. But I will eat snow crabs, but I love me some blue crabs, especially with some potatoes and corn. Ooh, yes. Okay, so yeah, my favorite food is seafood. Well, that's my first favorite food is seafood. My second favorite food is Chinese food. I absolutely love Chinese food. So that's what my favorite food is. The second question I have is, can you tell us about your experience in jail? Was it rough? My experience in jail at first, honestly, it was very, I don't want to say I was depressed. I don't want to say I was stressed. I was just so unbalanced. Like, for the whole time, I barely got a cycle. My body was like changing in so many different ways. It was just so different. Everything about it was just different. It was definitely, I don't want to say rough because I thought I was going to get into like a lot of trouble while I was in there. Because you know how some people are, they like to start, you know, crap because you pretty and all that stuff. So for the most part, I was straight. Like, I didn't have no issues, literally, with nobody. It was just very, like, I was very worried in there. Just worried about my daughter, my dog, my house, my car, my jobs. I was just worried. And I also had to learn how to not be in control of stuff. Like, while I was in there, I learned that I didn't have control over anything, like absolutely nothing. So that was one of the toughest things that I experienced being in there. But after some time, I was able to just like let it go and trust the process. And then the days got easier, faster. So yeah, it was definitely an experience that I don't want to experience again. My third question I have is, how do you feel now that you moved? I feel great. Now that I'm not in Palm Beach, I actually feel better. I feel like I'm a lot more closer to family. My grandma passed, like I said in one of my previous videos, my grandma passed on Father's Day. I'm a very distant person, so I don't stay around long, especially around a lot of people. I come and go. I don't know why I do that. I'm a very private person, and I like to stay to myself, do my own thing. I just feel like you are more successful and more, looking for the word. I feel like you're more successful in achieving your goals when you stay to yourself. So, yeah. My fourth question I have is, where do I see myself in 5 years? Hold on, I need some water. Okay. I had to give me some water. So, my allergies are starting to flare up real bad. Okay. So, where do I see myself in 5 years? In 5 years, I see myself honestly accomplishing a lot of things that I have written down on my agenda. I have an agenda and I write down stuff all the time. I add things to the list. I take things off as I go. But in 5 years, I'll be in a better financial place, which I know will happen. Some of you may know that I am an insurance agent. So I went to school as soon as I came home from jail to prep myself to take a 220. 220 is like the highest you can get in the insurance field. So I'm like an agent now, but I'm not technically licensed as an agent, but I do agent stuff. So I want to get my license. I have a 440 license. The state exams is very hard, so I've been studying for that. So in 5 years, I think in 5 years I will be able to have most of my goals accomplished. I will definitely be married. I think I'm going to be married like within the year or two. Kids, no, I'm done with kids. Unless, I get rich, like real rich. But yeah, 5 years, there's going to be a lot of big things happening in 5 years. Okay, my fifth question is advice for fake friends. I don't have fake friends. I know what it feels like to have fake people around you, friends, family, all that stuff. The only advice that I can give you for fake friends is just to stay away. If you're not going to approach them to see about squashing the beef or figuring out what the issue is, then I would just stay away. I have a bad habit of blocking people ASAP. Like, I will block you. I'm gonna block your emails. I am going to block everything. Just so I won't act out or do anything stupid or rational. That's not really good advice, but that's just what works for me. So you have to figure out what works for you. But I typically, like, if you're not going to reach out to them, just stay away. My sixth question is, do you feel like a new person after jail? I feel like I'm a lot more humble. I learned how to think before I actually act. I don't rush into acting. Like, I used to have a bad habit of when I get upset, I would tear some shit up, or I'll fight you. And now I can't, I don't want to do that no more. That is so old. I'm too grown to be doing that. So now I just walk away. I disconnect until I can regroup. And literally, I'm such an easygoing, forgiving person. All it takes, honestly, is a day, and then I'm back cool. I'm not even mad anymore. It's what was I mad about again yesterday? So yeah, I feel like I've changed for the better. Not necessarily a new person, but I feel like I definitely changed for the better. So that's a good thing when you go to jail, because it gives you time to think. Oh yeah, I have a book in the making, so stay tuned for that. So my next question is, they want me to do pranks on complete strangers, water gun fights, pillow fights. I think I could do pranks on complete strangers. I don't know about the water gun fights or pillow fights, but pranks on a complete stranger, that's definitely something I can consider. They trying to get me cased up. But yeah, I would definitely consider doing pranks on complete strangers. Like, I'm all for shit like that. My last and final question: what's the most humbling experience you've gone through? Jail was very humbling. Like, I had to humble myself. Being in jail, in my mind, it felt like I was on a Navy SEAL ship. There was so many people that I met with good intentions, bad intentions. But I had to humble myself. And I'm typically the type of person that I do stuff on my own. Prior to me going to jail, I was working 3 jobs. And if I ever needed help, I would call my aunt or my brother. And having to like literally let go while I was in jail and just learn how to just like just shut up and accept more help than I wanted, or people wanting to reach out. I had people wanting to come visit me, write letters and all that good stuff, but it was just like I didn't want to be in contact with anyone but like my aunt, my daughter, my brother. So being in jail, it humbles you, because you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, every day is different. Like, your bunks can get moved. You can get transitioned to a different jail, and that happened to me. I went from one jail to the next. Then I had to be around a whole bunch of different people. It was just it was a humbling experience. I honestly met a lot of people. I encouraged a lot of people. I'm in contact with certain people, not all of them. So yeah, being in jail was definitely a humbling experience for me. So that's all the questions that I have for you. Don't forget to drop a like. Please comment down below. Subscribe, of course, and hit the bell so you know when I'm uploading. Stay tuned. I have more footage coming. Don't forget to go check out my video, Where Have I Been? I hadn't posted a video in probably a little over 11 months. That's the first video that I did post. The only platform I'm using at this time, starting today, is Instagram. I was going to use Facebook. Facebook for me is too much of a distraction. So I'm going to just stick to Instagram. I don't want to be jumping from platform to platform. I want to just focus on one thing and take off from there. I'm not using Snapchat anymore because I don't... oh, excuse me. Snapchat is cool, but I get more of my subscribers on Instagram. So don't forget to follow me at Events85. DM me, comment, give me some video ideas. Let me know what you guys want to see. So until then,